So I fear I may have peaked in having the most girlhood coded day of my life. Good morning, I hope you're all doing so well. Welcome back to another video on my YouTube channel. If you are new here, hi, I'm Georgia and I am a Scottish girl living in New Zealand. I've been living here for just over a year now and I share all things working holiday, living in New Zealand. We are in the South Island. And we've been living here for, just under a year. So it is currently the weekend, it's Saturday, and it's nice and bright and early, which I actually love. I love an early morning, and I'm very excitingly having a little solo day today. I've been messaging a lovely girl called Nicole on Instagram, who also shares her life here in New Zealand, and she lives over in Wānaka, which is like an hour's drive from where we live in Arrowtown. So we've decided to meet up in Wānaka, or just outside Wānaka, in a place called Albertown. We're going to go and grab a coffee and go for a walk, and I'm so excited just to go and spend the morning in bit of a different area. I love Wānaka as well, so I've got a few things on my list that I want to do whilst I'm there as well, potentially with her or after I see her, because it is like quite a long way to go, so I'm just going to try and make the most of it and make the most of my little solo day. My boyfriend George, who I live with, he is out this afternoon and potentially this evening with his friends from work, so I think I'm just going to have a little solo day, which I'm so excited about. And I thought, what better way to spend it than with you guys? So I'm bringing you along with me. It is currently, I just went to look at my watch, but I don't have my watch on. It didn't charge overnight, annoyingly. I usually just use an Apple Watch, but I've not got that on today. But yes, it is. I'm going to check my phone. It's 20 to 9, so we've got plenty of time before we need to go. I'm meeting her at 10, so I actually have loads of time. So I might go grab a coffee or just get on my way, depending on how bad the traffic is, because I think it's the A&P show today, which I don't actually know what that is. So I'm going to go and Google it right now. Oh, it's like a horse racing show. So that's on today. So I think the roads are going to be really busy, which is kind of why I thought I'll set off a bit earlier. So I have been like up since like 7 a.m. and my hair is still a little bit wet, but it'll dry and it'll be fine. I also have my film with me. I literally have 5 rolls of film from the year that we've been here, and I've just not gotten round to getting it developed. I feel like it's one of those things that I just keep putting off, and I know that it's so expensive, so I kind of just like keep putting it off and never go. And I feel like the places in Queenstown that you can go take ages anyway, whereas there's like a Kodak shop in Wānaka, and apparently it takes like half an hour to get your film developed. So I think I'm going to do that today, which will probably cost me an arm and a leg, but I really need to get it done, and I would rather just get it all done and then have the cost like gone from my bank account than procrastinate it any longer. And I of course want to see the photos, so I've got these with me, and then I also have my book with me because I thought I might go and sit in a cafe potentially later and just sit and read, because I feel like I don't do that enough. And what is better to do on a solo day than go and grab yourself a little coffee and sit and read your book? And I'm reading this book at the moment. It's Hello Beautiful by Anne Napolitano, and I'm really enjoying it actually. I started it a couple of weeks ago, and I actually got this from our local library on a whim, to be honest, because I didn't really know what I wanted to read, and I picked this up, and when I started it I wasn't really keen on it. I feel like it's a bit different from the things I've been reading at the moment. It's a lot more like character driven, like internal kind of thoughts and feelings, bit more descriptive language, whereas I feel like before I was reading Regretting You, which is just like a bit of a trashy like page turner, but I feel like this was very different. But I'm actually really enjoying it, and I think I'm actually enjoying it more because I feel like the use of language and the story and the characters are a lot more interesting. So yeah, it's nice to mix it up. I'm not trashing Regretting You. I loved it. I literally whizzed through it, but it's nice to read something different. So I really want to get through this because I'm trying to do a book a month, which is not a massive feat, but for me, who I kind of have fallen out of love with reading, really, I've just been getting back into it, and I've read 2 books already this year. This is my 3rd, so I'm really excited to get into this, and yeah, hopefully I'll get a chance to sit and read this at some point. But let's go potentially grab a coffee or just drive to Wānaka, and I will pick up with you guys probably when we are in Wānaka. So I've just driven up the Crown Range, and I wanted to get out and show you the view from the top because the Crown Range is quite a famous road that is part of like the Queenstown kind of South Island road trip, and yeah, I thought I would just share it with you because it is so beautiful and it's a stunning morning. The sun is just coming over the mountains, and yeah, it's just really special and one of my favourite views, and quite a cool road, to be honest. I wish I could film it, but obviously I was driving. But look at this view. I have arrived in Wānaka and it was such a good drive. I was expecting the roads to be so busy, but I think the fact that I left really early made sure that it was nice and quiet. So I'm just waiting on Nick now and we're gonna go and get a pastry. I'm so excited. I actually feel like nervous. I feel like, I was saying this to George last night, like when you're meeting new people for the first time, like making new friends, it feels like you're dating. Like it feels like you're literally waiting and anticipating to meet a new like date, and it's so exciting. Like I love it, but it's still so hard, and like putting yourself out there and making friends when you're in a new place is really challenging, and it's nice to do things like this and just like push yourself out your comfort zone and meet new people. So I'm really excited. I've actually ended up being here like 10 minutes early, so I'm just chilling and waiting in the car park for her to arrive, and then yeah, I'm excited because I'm hungry. Obsessed with these dogs in the back of this ute. We're just chilling on a Saturday morning. Love it. Hello, I am now home and I can't remember the last thing I updated you on. I don't think I've spoken to you since I saw Nick, which was so lovely. She was the loveliest human ever, and we're gonna meet up again, which is so nice. So I'm just very happy and delighted to have met a new like-minded gal and friend in the area. So yeah, and it was also just super nice to be across in Wānaka and Albert Town for the afternoon and just to spend time away from home for a wee bit, but like still home away from home. I feel like Wānaka and Queenstown are kind of one in the same, and it's like an hour's drive, so it was fine. I was actually getting a slight PTSD when I was on that road though, because, sorry if you can hear cars driving past, I've got all the windows open because it's a beautiful sunny day and it's nice and warm in the flat, but it's a bit too warm, so I'm just airing everything out as I've gotten in. But I was literally getting PTSD when I was on that road, because when we went through to Lake Hawea last time, that was like, it's actually exactly a month ago, which is crazy. Time is going so fast at the moment, but the last time we were through there, I got like food poisoning or a stomach bug or something. I actually vlogged it and I'm still to edit the vlog because I kind of have like PTSD from the whole day, to be honest, because I felt so unwell. But I basically felt so unwell when we were driving back on that road, and it's a really windy road. Excuse me. So really windy road anyway, and I threw up like 3 times and it was not a vibe. But anyway, we're feeling fresh, we're feeling good now, and yeah, I've just gotten back and I was thinking on my way back, because George's out tonight, so I'm like, what am I gonna do for dinner? And I think I'm gonna make some pizza. We always make pizza and we've not actually done it in ages, so I'm gonna make a little pizza dough now because it's like getting on to 3 o'clock and obviously I want it to be ready for later and it needs to prove. So I'm hoping I can find like a recipe or something that I can just whip up and then it can prove for a couple of hours. It's quite warm today, so hopefully it'll rise and prove nice and fast and then I can have it for my dinner, which I'm excited about. I might need to go and nip out to the shop and get some ingredients for that, but yes, I'm going to go on and do that now. I've got a bit of content to film. And then tonight I want to start my knitting project, which I'm going to update you on later, but I'm very excited about. So yes, I'll update you on that a little bit later on. Okay, pizza dough is made and I have filmed some content. I just popped this little top on with my dungarees, which I'm actually kind of obsessed with. I bought this last weekend at a little secondhand market in Arrowtown and I'm really vibing. I love the sleeves. I'll pop the brand on the screen because I hadn't heard of it before, but yeah, it was just a little secondhand piece. I think I literally got this for like $30, which was so good, and it's a perfect little transitional top because I feel like I am really struggling to dress for the weather at the moment. I feel like now that it is technically autumn, it's lovely to be wearing more autumnal things, but it has literally been like 20 degrees today, so my question is, how do I dress for that weather? I'm very much in my transitional fashion phase. And talking of secondhand clothing, I actually went to Wastebusters with Nick, which was so good. I literally love it in there. I was actually going to go there anyway, and then she mentioned it and I was like, well, I feel like this is meant to be. So we headed over there after our walk, and my main focus for the trip there was to actually grab a mirror for our bedroom because we have like a full length mirror but we don't have anything that's a bit smaller to go on top of our like chest of drawers so that I can kind of get ready and things like that, because the long one is on the back of the door and it's not very practical to like get ready in front of a door when obviously George needs to use the door. So I was looking for that, but I didn't really find anything that I loved. They had a few different ones but nothing was either like in good enough condition or like screaming my name, so I didn't pick up that. But I did pick up a few pieces that I wanted to show you because I'm really happy with what I got. So the first thing is a bit random, but obviously I said I'm doing my knitting, so I wanted to see if they had any wool, and they had this really pretty one. It's like kind of, I guess, teal blue and like a darker blue, and it's quite a small bottle, but I just thought for any future project it was literally $1, so I got that. They also did have knitting needles, which was annoying because I have actually just ordered a bunch, but it's good to know that they have needles there, so if I need any other sizes, because I only got a certain size for the project that I'm wanting to do, so I'm definitely going to go back there and pick up some needles. And then I just found this little top which I thought would be really cute for like a little dinner or date night or something like that. I really lack like little cute tops in my wardrobe. I just wear like t-shirts and things like that, so I feel like this one will be really nice, and it's quite autumnal. It's like a brown check, so I got this and it was $10, which is such a steal. And I feel like this haul was very brown and blue, but those are like my favorite color combinations at the moment. So I got this little, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to show it on here, but it's like a little tea style dress, almost like a milkmaid dress. And it's this like brown color, and then it has this really pretty little like blue and cream bow on the top. But I just thought like in the kind of warmer autumnal days, like a day like today, this with like some brown boots, it goes to just above my knee, which I thought would be an awkward length, but I actually think with boots and potentially even tights, this could be really, really cute. So I picked up this and I think it was like $7, which is so good. So I think all in all, I literally paid like $18 for all of that stuff, which is so good, and I feel like I can never go into Wastebusters and not buy something. But yes, it is like 4 o'clock now, and to be honest, I'm not feeling the best. I had a coffee this morning, and I feel like whenever I have coffee out, I don't feel great. I feel like sometimes when it's just too strong, it just gives me a headache. And I've also not drank that much water today, so I'm gonna try and get this whole thing done by like the next half an hour, because I really, really need to get in my water. I usually drink like 3.5 to 4 litres a day, and when I got back at like 1:30, I'd only drank like 3/4 of a bottle. So I am downing the water right now because I've got a bit of a headache. But the reason I actually turned on my camera, I've been yapping away for like 5 minutes, was because I've had my film photos through from the film development shop. So I can't remember if I think I said at the start of this video that I had taken my film with me to go to the shop, and I was so close to not going because there's a big event on in Wānaka at the moment and it was absolutely heaving. So I couldn't find a parking space anywhere, but I managed to find one for like half an hour. So I wasn't able to like stick around and wait for the film, but to be honest, they said it was going to be like 3 hours anyway, and I didn't really want to hang around any longer because I wanted to get back and get some things done. So I just got a digital version sent to me, and I've just got it on my phone now. So I'm going to open the WeTransfer, and I'm actually nervous because when she had the film, like when she took the film from me, she was like, oh, it's really warm. And I was like, oh yeah, it's just been sat in my car like this morning whilst I've been out and about. And she was like, oh, that should be fine then. But she like looked really concerned, and I just panicked. I was like, oh God, because it is like some of the film is literally from the beginning, like when we arrived here. So I have had it for like a year, but I'm still trying to like get up to speed with film and how to use it and develop it and things like that, because yeah, I'm like just slowly getting into the process of using it, which I love. I love having my film camera on me, and I've managed to fill like 5 rolls of it, which is great. However, it did cost me $200 to get developed, which was not what I needed, but it's fine. I've done it now, and I just need to go and download all these. But yeah, I'm nervous because she kind of said, oh, we don't know if they're going to be affected by being in a hot car, which I probably should have thought about, but it's fine. Okay, that actually took like half an hour for them all to download, but I've downloaded them onto my iPad so I can see, and I'm so nervous. I can see that a few of them haven't come out amazing, but I feel like that's just natural with film, so I'm gonna go and have a little look. Oh my God, this is so exciting. Okay, yeah, that one was a fail, but kind of looks cool. Oh, some of these are so cute. That was just one of George and his parents, so I'm not going to show you that one. Let's try this one. Oh, that's actually quite a cool photo of me lying on the beach. One of my birthday. It's cool, like, looking at these on the big screen. On the big screen, my iPad. Oh, I like that one of the palm tree. That's cool. Okay, I'm gonna go and look at these and I will catch up with you guys in a bit. Okay, this is the current situation. It's a little bit later on now and I am sitting in the sun. I'm gonna read my book, got a glass of ginger beer, some snacks, and this is just peak early autumn vibes. I actually cannot believe how warm it is. It's still like 18 degrees. So I'm just gonna sit here and read my book for a bit and just soak in this beautiful weather, because honestly, if you told me that this was autumn, I would never believe you. It's absolutely stunning. So yeah, I feel like I've had a busy day and I'm just gonna slow down for the rest of the evening now and yeah, chill in the sunshine. So I fear I may have peaked in having the most girlhood coded day of my life, but I am not complaining. It's been so nice. I have just been reading my book and chilling in the sun for the last like hour. I've just got changed into some PJs. I've rolled out my pizza dough, which is looking so good. I will pop the recipe on the screen actually for this pizza dough. It is the easiest thing to make ever, and every time I make it for friends, family, even like George, everyone is so impressed by it, and it is so easy. It's not like the best restaurant quality pizza dough, but it does a job for at home. So I'm gonna make my pizza And I'm actually just going to pop on some grated mozzarella to start with, and then I like to do rocket and parma ham like on top after, with some more parmesan and a little bit of olive oil and lots of black pepper. So that's like my go-to pizza. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to pop on the cheese. I've also made some tomato sauce, which is just down here. I literally just did some chopped tomatoes, a bit of tomato puree, black pepper, and a bit of chili powder. So I'm going to pop that on, pop the cheese on, put this in the oven, and then I'm going to watch Love Story this evening because I've seen so many people speaking about it, and I did see it like when it first came out. I saw it when I was browsing my TV, but I didn't really know much about the backstory, and I have seen a few TikToks on it, and I'm like, that actually looks quite good and also perfect for a little girly night, because it's definitely not something that George would want to watch. So I think I'm going to pop that on whilst I eat my dinner, and then I do have to go and pick him up at some point, so I will be checking my phone just to make sure that I'm not missing him being like, come pick me up. But I don't think that's going to be till much later, so I should be able to get a good few episodes of that in, and maybe even some knitting done, because I really want to try and start my knitting. The only issue is with my knitting is I need to really concentrate for the first bit, because I've not done it in so long that I think I'm gonna need to like not be watching TV whilst I do it, because yeah, I feel like I'm gonna need to like put on a YouTube video or something, or a tutorial to actually show me how to start it. I feel like I vaguely remember how to cast on, but not that well. So maybe we'll just have like a chill TV night and not do anything whilst we're doing it, because I'm also trying to get into the habit of not being on my phone or doing anything whilst I'm watching TV, and just like actually enjoying it instead of having to have like a million things going on. So that is my plan for this evening, and I'm so happy about it. It has been so nice just to have a chill day, and I don't know, just like a day to myself, because I feel like I just haven't had that in so long. I think when you live with your partner, not that like I'm saying this in a bad way, but I think because we're obviously living abroad and still finding our feet with like friends and friendship groups and things like that, I feel like you can find that you never have time by yourself, because you're either always in the flat or at work or whatever you're doing. So it's been really refreshing just to have like some chill time by myself and do the things I love, cook and read, and just, yeah, chill out, which has been beautiful. But anyway, I'm going to stop yapping and get this in the oven because I'm quite hungry now, and have a chill evening.